Myra, New York. It's good to be back. Definitely good to be back. Had such a nice plane ride over, actually. I sat next to this woman who was Christian. Catholic Christian, I'm not sure. I'm not so well versed in the differences here, but anyway, lover of Jesus, It was such a beautiful conversation to hang out with her and just both share our love for the divine in our own ways, in our own paths, without any sort of judgment or, any sort of need for the other to come to our perspective or our way. We just both had this mutual respect and love for one another and for one's path to the divine. And it was such a heartwarming and refreshing conversation. It's so fun, to learn, to have that curiosity. She had such a curiosity for Hinduism, and I was equally curious about her path, and we found so many commonalities, between just how we relate to the divine and what God means to us in our own lives. So it's such a beautiful combo, and yeah, it just, again, left me with that heartwarm state of, and just as a reminder to, allow yourself to be secure in your own path, whatever's in your heart, the way that you connect with the divine is okay, and it's correct for you, And it can exist even in contradiction to somebody else's beliefs, and that's okay, It doesn't have to look the same on the outside, but we can find the innermost convictions underneath all of the exterior, and they can be the same. There can be that unity there between the spiritual seekers. So yeah, it's just a reminder and encouragement just to love and listen and to share and to learn too, learn some really cool insights from her too. I have to recall a couple of them for you. One thing was to be able to have boundaries in a practical sense, but still be limitless in your love. Obviously, that's a high goal to actually reach, but to see that difference there between how you can actually simultaneously have boundaries, but keep your heart open anyway. So those don't have to operate on the same level. You can have, whatever type of boundaries that you need as a person, but you can still be completely open-hearted with that being the case. That's one thing. Let me think about it. One beautiful parallel was just the fact that we both are working on and just realizing the slow progression of surrendering more and more of our own lives to God, essentially. And it's just so cool that there's such a parallel there, in our own faiths. She had an amazing story. It was as early as when she was 3 years old. She can remember her first time surrendering, from her perspective as a 3-year-old, and again as a 5-year-old. Obviously it's, from a child's perspective, but she remembers wanting to and expressing her surrender to God at that age. It's so cool. So yeah, just for example, but just how it's like unpeeling that onion and just getting to deeper and deeper layers, and it's the same on our path too. So I'll just leave y'all with that for now on this one, because it's super late here. Maybe tomorrow I'll think of a couple other ones, but check your diff. Good night, y'all.